Hi guys, one of the few things I haven't discussed with you is my favorite entertainment. While driving, I love listening to podcasts, geologic podcasts, The Naked Scientist, The Skeptic's Guide to the Universe, and so forth. And why not? It gives you entertainment, intelligence, knowledge, thought, and so forth. No, unfortunately though, it doesn't give you a giraffe. For that you have to go to a national park. One of my favourite podcasts, the one that covers definitely lots of humour and quite a bit of intelligence and knowledge, is the Geologic Podcast. Basically it's hosted by George Robb, who tells us stories. He has a whole lot of different segments. He has, for example, the Interesting Fauna, which goes and looks at some interesting, fauna. Then he has Ask George, which is where you can ask him questions about, anything. And I think he puts a lot of thought into those answers because really, I've yet to disagree with any of his opinions on those questions. Then, of course, he has what is called the religious moron of the week, which is people who are, morons religiously. For example, it's not people who believe in religion, but it's people who pretend to believe in religion. For example, the pastor who condemns gay sexuality and is found in a gay brothel himself. Another favourite podcast of mine is The Skeptic's Guide to the Universe. Now this one has got a bit of humour, quite a bit of science, and a lot of skepticism. They focus mainly on logical fallacies. Now, where does our logic go wrong? Then there's skepticality. It's a long format interview type podcast where they delve quite deeply into the interviewee's subject. Probably one of the most important podcasts is Skeptoid. It's Brian Dunning. He takes one subject a week and he delves very deeply into that subject, looking at both the positives and negatives and all the evidence for said subject. They're usually short, between 5 and 10 minutes, but you know pretty much about whatever you need to know about that subject. But his most important thing is, don't just take his word for it, look into it for yourself. And one of the last, but not the least, of my favourite podcasts is The Naked Scientists. It's type of a science show. They start off with a bit of science news, and then they move on to short interviews based around a particular subject of the week. I suppose the best suggestion I can give you is give these podcasts a listen. Maybe you will find something enjoyable and interesting. Otherwise, what have you wasted? A couple of hours of your life? At least you have learned something, and maybe you've found a new experience.